Welcome to episode 10 of Not My Scene. My name is Taylor from K-Way. This is Matt from K-Way. We have been, for the last 9 episodes, and this episode too, I suppose, exchanging songs. I give Matt a song kind of from my scene. He gives me a song kind of from his scene or the music he listens to. And then we review each other's songs. It's been a lot of fun thus far. And so we've got, we're going to do that again. We're going to do that same exact thing again here today.
All right.
We also, but before we get into it, I just want to let you know, if you want to see the videos to the songs that we're talking about, they'll be down in the description. You can watch those either first or after this, whatever you want to do.
I'm going to set you up first.
You're going to set me up? Okay,
Yeah.
Great.
So the song I gave you is Remedy Drive, the band,
Yeah.
with Daylight. I saw Remedy Drive early in the morning. There was a thing called One Fest in Cedar Falls. It was like a 30-hour music festival. And nobody cared. Everyone was asleep. They got this awful slot. And I heard them like, these guys are really good. So like 8 of us enjoyed it. and my buddy Phil and I were like, gosh, you were great. We went to talk to him, and the lead singer just hung out with us for like an hour after that. Really nice guy.
Nice.
And in fact, Phil and him, I think, are still friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're
Wow,
still
that's pretty
friends.
cool.
And yeah, they're good band, and they had a good sound. But the band has changed a lot. So only the lead singer's left. His brothers left the band, weirdly.
Yeah, that is weird.
And I've seen them several times in concert. They put on a really good live show. Really good live show. Watched the lead singer bust his face and dripping blood in the middle of his show.
Jeez.
Does handstands on the
Hardcore.
keyboard. Didn't mean to be hardcore. He slipped in front of the bass drum. But they're good. They're a fun band, and there's pretty polished sound on this song. But I just wonder what you thought about this.
Sure. Yeah, so Daylight, the name of the song. And first and foremost, before I say anything more, it sounds good. You know what I mean? Like, they're clearly talented at what they do. Lead singer, I think, has a very nice voice. It's not necessarily my favorite voice, but I think he's got a nice voice. And it's produced really well as well. It sounds good, for sure. And they also have the band, when this song came out, which I think was 2008, at least the video was.
Sounds about right.
Somewhere in that range.
Maybe a little before that, but I'm not sure.
Okay. But they've got a good look, and whether you want to admit it or not, to be successful in the music scene generally, as far as more popular music goes, you kind of have to have a look. Whether it's about kind of a bummer of a deal for us ugly people, but you kind of need to look, and they've got it. I think they're good looking guys, and the lead singer has a presence to him, which is something that I think for the most part people are just kind of born with, and they can grow it for sure. But
yeah, that's why he's the only one left.
Yeah, and that makes some sense. But yeah, so I think they had the look, as I mentioned, and I think it sounded good. But as far as the song goes, it's just you said it's polished, and it is very polished. And as I kind of talked about with the last song that you gave me, not about the song but about the band Switchfoot, is that they're sort of too clean or too polished. There's just not like any what I describe as texture to the music, and that's kind of what I thought about this particular song. It's just it, and I also think Remedy Drive do a good job of sort of building you up to something. I just feel like they never really pay it off. At least for me, like it feels like it's about to get to that point where you get that texture, where you get maybe a little bit more energy, a little bit more edge to it a little bit, and it just never gets there for me. It's never paid off for me, as I mentioned. So this song itself was a frustrating one for me too, because it does thing that I've talked about a time or two, where they just repeat the chorus at the end. The song does not feel finished to me.
Okay.
It feels. It's a good start. But it's not finished. In fact, the repeating of the chorus is over half of the song, and so that it just didn't feel finished to me. I think it's got a good start to a song, but it doesn't get there. It doesn't get there for me. As I mentioned, or maybe I didn't mention this, I would definitely put them in the same genre as Switchfoot. I think they're very similar bands. Switchfoot is probably a little like a level up on Remedy Drive, but I think they're in the same.
Sales would show that.
Yeah, I think it's in that vein. If you've never heard of Remedy Drive, you're a big Switchfoot fan, you might very well be into Remedy Drive if you check them out. The Fray, Coldplay, again, those are bigger bands, but in that same vein for me, I've kind of got it as like the softest sort of rock. Like I guess it is rock, but it is kind of a softer, easier listening type sound, and so that's kind of where I'd put it's if you're a parent and you've got kids and this is great music to listen to. It's nothing about this is going to be offensive to anyone whatsoever. For me, it's just there's the music, the sound itself is just there's no texture to it. It's sort of too polished and too clean for me.
Okay. Well, maybe you like lead singer more now. He's got some grays.
Yeah.
He actually has devoted himself to fighting human trafficking.
It's great.
He's helped pass some laws in Iowa, fact, working toward that and to help women who are stuck in that in Southeast Asia. He's really I met him, and so it kind of influences me. Knowing he's a nice guy, but he really doesn't care about fame and he's pouring everything back into his own causes, which I respect. He's got a message and he's doing it to his own. They're a cool band. I enjoy them.
And in fact, if you want to go see them, they're going to be in Boone coming up.
They do a lot of smaller shows. Occasionally they get in with a bigger show.
Yeah,
they were the opening to an opening act at one of the bigger shows I went to. But they're fun. They're high energy. At least they were. Maybe they've gotten older like me, and no, we don't do that anymore. But but it's a fun group.
I did watch one live video of theirs, not all of it, just parts of it, and they certainly look like they've got a little more energy and
they're different live than produced, which most are. But
makes sense.
Yeah, he's not doing the keyboard handstands and stuff like that while they're.
I still felt like I wanted more. Still felt like I wanted more from them in that live performance, but it did look like there was a little bit more energy.
Back in the day when it was just the brothers, the bassist was phenomenal.
Yeah.
He was great. It was fun to watch. He would just do bass solos, and it was phenomenal. But anyway, that's Remedy Drive. You can set me up with yours now.
Yeah, so the song that I gave Matt this week is one of my all-time favorite songs. I love this song. It gets me fired up for anything. If I hear it, I'm going to have a tough time not doing two things, not singing along and not just going nuts. And
don't play it.
It's a great song. It's by a band called Every Time I Die. And it's interesting because this song, and there's one or two other songs of theirs that I like. In fact, they got a new song that I like quite a bit. But the rest of their stuff to me sounds very much the same. Doesn't sound like this song necessarily, but it sounds very much the same. So it's one of my favorite songs, but not necessarily one of my favorite bands. The song is called Werewolf. And I think it's a blast of a song, an absolute party of a song. Matt, what do you think of it?
Well, first of all, the video is incredibly theatric. It's like an 80s party movie. Think Tom Hanks, Bachelor Party, Animal House, mixed with Teen Wolf.
Yeah.
Which is what they're going for.
Yeah.
They're going exactly for that. The song is about an actual party animal. It's just about some guy who wants to party. Language.
There is some language in there. I forgot to tell you
earmuffs
about that. There is some language in there.
Some. The language, in fact, is in there in the pre-chorus. I would describe their music as southern rock mixed with punk, mixed with thrash.
Yeah, I think that's good. I think you got it.
Yeah, and the southern rock appeals to me more than just the thrash and punk even. That makes it, there's a funness about southern rock that I love. And so the guitar playing is great. It's really good guitar playing. It's well-developed song. It's got everything going in it, and it's developed well. It's a fully developed, well-done song. Musically, it's very good. You know my thoughts on Screaming throughout. I don't like it, but the music helped it go somewhere.
Yeah.
And whatever song was recently was Screaming, the music was here, the screaming was here, and it never did anything.
Yeah.
This, the screaming is throughout, but he screams differently. The music is moving, and it's going somewhere. It's back here. It's musically interesting to me. The bridge with the guitar solo and then where the drum kind of changes meter was really cool, unexpected, in it. So I like the song. Do I like the song lyrically and stuff? No, I
Yeah.
don't.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna listen to it because I don't like the song, but I like the song. If that makes
Yeah.
sense. Like musically,
Sure.
it's a fun, well done song. This group is clearly good. I don't know anything else, but their musicianship is really good, and yeah, much more interesting than the last couple that I've gotten from you, in my
Yeah.
opinion. So yeah, I understand why you like it,
Yeah.
and I can't relate to being a party animal anymore.
No, yeah, neither can I. to be
Haven't
fair,
since
but-
I got all hyped up on Mountain Dew at Dwayne's 13th party. So yeah, but it's a good song. And musically,
Yeah.
much better.
Yeah, yeah. I like I say, I love. In fact, my wife for Christmas got me. It looks like a gold album, but it's the lyrics to the song sort of going around and making up the album.
And is it
I love that
Weir
song.
Wolf? It's
Yeah, 'cause
W-E-apostrophe-R-E, like we are.
Yeah, yeah.
Weir
as
wolf.
if yeah,
As
sort of
in
as in
Weir
the
the
party animal type of
Yeah.
yeah. Because there is an apostrophe in there, yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's actually the video that you saw is a little bit different than the original video that they put out, which I can't find anywhere now, and I don't know exactly what the issue was. If there was some sort of copyright in there,
Michael J.
or
Fox
something.
needed his money.
Potentially, yeah.
Did
that
they
could
have him
been it.
dunking with that very orange basketball on a clearly 7.5-foot hoop?
Yeah, no, they did not.
Okay.
But yeah, in fact, I was supposed to see Every Time I Die, like a couple of months ago. I guess it'd be about 2 months ago now,
They
maybe.
canceled shows.
They didn't cancel the show,
Oh,
but
did they do that? I thought the lead singer had some mental health
well,
issues.
yeah. So in this particular show, it just sold out. And in my sort of genres of music, especially now with everybody getting older, like shows you buy tickets at the door. Like buying tickets, before the show is a foreign concept to sort of my scene, if you will. But then not long after that, it's lead singer calling right now. Then after that, lead singer, who's very popular within the scene, very well liked, and in fact has some other. He's made some movies and some other things. Not that's necessarily important to the story, but he sort of had a falling out, a mental health issue. He heard his brother, who's the guitarist, in fact, in the band, saying that they were looking to replace him, which would be a dumb thing to do because he's a very, very famous and very good frontman, I think. But and so anyway, he thought he had some mental issues regarding that, so they ended up, as you mentioned, canceling a number of shows. They do every year. They do these Christmas shows in their hometown of Buffalo, and I don't know if they actually ended up doing that or not. But it's a massive, massive deal, and so I think they've made up now. I think everybody is good to go in the band.
Right.
There's another guitarist actually in the band who, when he's not playing, does some wrestling, some WWE type stuff.
Oh, yeah, typical.
Yeah. It's
right.
fun. It's a fun group. A song that I really enjoyed.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed your own song.
Yeah.
It's funny how that works.
Yeah. By the way, looking forward to next week. I've got a song for you that is different, I think, than any of the songs that I've given you thus far.
Okay.
And is from a little bit of an older band. In fact, this song I think came out in the early to mid '90s or something.
I'll do the
that's-
same to you.
Ooh.
Early to mid 90s song.
Okay, all right,
A
sounds
little
good.
bit different.
Yeah,
Okay, we'll do that.
all right, that's what we'll do.
We should stop the video.
Should we?
We should.
All right. Well, tune in next time then for the 11th episode of Not My Scene. That'll come your way next week. But thanks for tuning in this time and checking out what we had to say on Not My Scene. We'll see you next time.